Audiobook summary of Ikigai, the Japanese secret to a long and happy life. Introduction. In today's noisy and fast-paced world, it is very important for us to think about peace and our mental health. Many times there comes a time when we are sad, disappointed, and facing such a time when we do not see any light of hope. You start questioning yourself that how did we grow old so quickly? Till now, we have not even achieved anything. Why is it that you have a good job, yet you are not happy? Maybe you are living your life the way others want instead of your choice. Maybe you could not choose the career of your choice. You are afraid of being judged and are afraid of change. You always felt that you are not productive in your chosen field and are just wasting your time. Perhaps you always felt that you have no impact on people, and you are not important. If such thoughts have been coming to your mind, then don't worry. You are not alone in this journey. As we progress, this book will explain to you how to find your Ikigai. It is a Japanese word which means the reason for our existence. It can be divided into two words, Iki, meaning life, and Gai, meaning meaning, which is about finding your purpose in life. This logo is related to the philosophy of therapy, which is a traditional principle created by Viktor Frankl, and which means purpose of your life. So we hope you find your Ikigai and be happy. Chapter 1. Ikigai, the art of staying young while growing old. Do you know what your Ikigai is? Have you ever asked yourself in which direction you are moving? You may be asking where your Ikigai is and how you can find it. Patience is required to find it, but believe me, it is a very valuable treasure. For this, you need to know yourself a little more. If you have discovered it, then congratulations, because many people are struggling to find it, but they have not found it yet. Ikigai is the center of your passion, your mission in this world, your work and profession. It's made up of 4 things: what you love, your passion; what the world needs, your mission; what you're best at, your work; and what you get paid for your work, your profession. Your passion should go hand in hand with your mission. You do what you like, but it should also have a purpose. For example, suppose you like writing books. This is your passion, and you feel that this is the only thing you can do well. You start writing because your mission is to inspire people with your words. You also get paid for your intelligence and ability, and this becomes your profession. Now, every word of yours has a value. It's almost like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You are being paid to do what you love to do the most. And because of this, you do not retire early. Keep doing what you love. This is the only reason that keeps you young. Remember, you work because you love that work, not just because you get paid for that work, but also because of the happiness, satisfaction you get from it, and the positive impact it has on the lives of others. Chapter 2. Anti-Aging Secrets. Nowadays, technology has become so advanced that it helps us to know how to stop aging. This does not mean that we become dependent on technology, but it does reduce our stress. It makes our life easy and comfortable. Due to the comfort that technology has given us, we need to do mental and physical exercises, and both should be done together. When your mind is healthy, your aging process slows down. We have to have a positive attitude to see things positively. This helps us to handle our emotions properly. You will be able to protect yourself from negative feelings towards the things around you. According to Collins Hemingway and Shlomo Brezhnitz, gaining new information and more knowledge by talking to people and doing things you think you can't do keeps you from becoming depressed. Even at the age of 20, The age of our neurons in the brain starts increasing. Therefore, mental training is very important to keep your mind active, and never let your desire to know end, and always keep the desire to learn something new alive. Stress is a big reason due to which people start aging very quickly. Most of the health problems are caused by stress. It starts damaging the structure and healthy cells of our cells, due to which we age prematurely. According to psychology professor Howard S. Friedman, a little stress is good for us. People who maintain low stress levels live much longer than those who lead a relaxed, unhealthy lifestyle and retire early. Not doing physical activity reduces muscular and respiratory fitness. However, stress is beneficial to some extent as it challenges us to overcome any problem, but we have to practice handling our reaction towards any problem properly. We have to protect ourselves from becoming nervous, confused, worried, and a person who easily becomes a victim of stress due to this noise of the world. Remember, stress comes because of your attitude towards the situation in front of you. People who look at things from a positive perspective are able to handle their emotions better. To reduce stress, we should do meditation, breathing exercises, yoga, and body scan. Chapter 3. From Logotherapy into Ikigai. Logotherapy, or purpose of your life, is slightly different from Sigmund Freud's psychoanalysis. Viktor Frankl's logotherapy motivates the patient to find their purpose or meaning in life. Sometimes we get disappointed by seeing ourselves different from what we wanted to see in life. We often choose what society wants from us instead of what we want ourselves. So it is very important to know what we want to become, and then to achieve it, we will have to fight and stand firm. We should live to find our purpose so that we can feel complete and satisfied. Being happy is your choice. Victor lost some of his family members during the attacks by Hitler. This happened a year after he started his practice in neurology and psychiatry. His family was arrested. His father died due to hunger, and his mother and brother were killed. The books and papers he wrote during his life in Auschwitz were confiscated and destroyed. But he held on to hope because of his desire to meet his wife and family again. Even typhoid fever could not stop him from writing those books again. This was the only reason left for Victor to live. This was the reason why he was successful in surviving even in hell, like concentration camp. Victor always saw it from a different perspective. He did not just want to live like this, but he also had a purpose for living. There once was a North American politician who hated his job. He did not agree with his country's international policy, yet he had to implement it. His psychotherapist said that he should forget the fight with his father and make peace because his frustration was due to their spoiled relationship. But Victor told him a different reason for this problem. Victor explained to him that his disappointment was because he did not love his job. They should choose a career which is both their passion and their purpose. In the end, this turned out to be true. Years later, that politician told Victor that he had left politics and chosen the career of his choice, and he was very happy and satisfied in it. We all have a unique path on which we want to move forward. We just need to dare to fight for it. So make your dream a reality by focusing your mind on it. Once upon a time, there was a woman who lost her 11-year-old son. Now she always started thinking about taking her own life. He had another son who was paralyzed since birth. He had lost all hope and tried several times to kill his son and himself. He thought it would be easy to do so. and would be best for them. But his son believed that his life definitely had some purpose, and if both of them died, then its purpose would remain incomplete. Victor asked the woman to imagine herself at the last moment and said that imagine that you are very rich but childless. Only then did the woman realize that her life had no meaning. Throughout his life, he had done everything for his children. Now he had found the meaning of his life, which was to give a good life to his son, even after sacrificing everything. She started looking at herself from a different perspective. He was feeling relaxed for the first time. He had understood that he was not a failure. She should not end her life because she has another son for whom she can live. Sometimes we need acceptance or to be adopted. Once there was a doctor who was very depressed. He went to meet Victor. He was not able to recover from the grief of his wife's death. Victor asked him to imagine what would have happened if he had died first. Does he think that his wife would have been able to bear this shock? Only then did the doctor realize that what pain his wife might have gone through, she probably would not have been able to handle herself. In this way, he learned to accept this truth. The universe allowed this to happen because the doctor was stronger than he thought. Sometimes we become sad and unhappy because we are unable to accept change. Let's try to stop him. We reach such a comfort zone that we do not want to get out of there. We do not want to take the next step forward. Morita therapy means letting go of negative thoughts to make your life better. Suppose someone stole your wallet. Now, instead of feeling bad for that thief, you can release your anger and resentment by eating ice cream of your choice at the nearby ice cream shop. It is possible that the thief may have some compulsion. We need to become a little more intelligent and understand more. Nikan therapy taught us that the cause of your problem is not the responsibility of others, but yours, and only yours. This means that if you do not get a good job, do not blame your school. It may be that you lack determination, or you yourself are not ready for this yet. Chapter 4. Flow in everything you do. It is very important that we are flexible in life, just like wet and raw clay, which gets molded into any shape, or like water, which has no shape. We should not be afraid to step out of our comfort zone. To be the best and find our flow, we must be willing to try new things. Here, flow means passion. In short, it means considering your work as a part of yourself. Find an activity that is a little challenging, an activity that forces you to focus on it as if nothing else matters. To achieve your flow, you must know what you want to do and how to do it, how well you are doing it, and where it is taking you. Don't choose any activity that is too difficult to do, otherwise it will ruin you. And it shouldn't be that easy. Otherwise, you will get bored. You must have a clear goal. Concentrate on your activity so much that you can be as productive as possible, and the scope for making mistakes is reduced. This will make your thoughts and life very organized. Remember that multitasking is not always good because it does not make you more productive. Focusing completely on just one thing saves your time, and you learn to focus only on that task. Takumis is a Japanese word which means artisan. These people are very skilled in one field only. His workmanship is so amazing that it is difficult to match it, and there is only one reason for this. He always understands the importance of flowing with his Ikigai. He works with his tools as if they are his friends. Toyota is a brand that employs a large number of artisans and treats them like the most important people in the company. The Japanese continue to follow their passion even after retirement. They do not want to live confined within the four walls of the house. He believes in always keeping himself busy, and, moreover, he is not lazy at all. He is obsessed with doing every work in detail. Therefore, it is not surprising to know that Steve Jobs liked Japan very much, not just because he was a friend of Sony company owner Akio Morita, but also because he used many of Sony's methods in creating Apple. Apart from Michael Jackson, Steve Jobs was Akio's second favorite American. They liked each other to such an extent that they became business partners and always shared ideas with each other to make their products better. Steve's other favorite Japanese was Yukio Shakunaga, who used a special technique, Echu Seto Yaki, a type of porcelain that was specially made by Shakunaga. Steve had become a fan of his art and would often buy a cup of tea from him. He had planned to visit Toyama to see where this wonderful and excellent porcelain came from, but this was not possible. After his death, Shakunaga fulfilled his last wish. He made 150 cups of tea. To make it, he used kokuyo, or black glass, and selected the best 12 of them and sent them to Steve's family. The Japanese are known in the whole world as the most advanced country in the field of technology. But do you know that most of the people there like to do their work with hands? Usually, these tasks were simple, but required a lot of detail and workmanship. Once upon a time, there was a craftsman who was having difficulty in making tomago, that is, thin omelet. But he refused to give up because cooking was his ikigai. He never got bored of making eggs in the kitchen because that work gave him great satisfaction. This work was his fluency, which he achieved with the help of utensils. Although the Japanese are experts in creating new technologies, they take care that the machine does not become the enemy of man. Instead, he believes that humans and machines should work together as a team. Hayao Miyazaki, director of the Ghibli Animation Studio, is the man who brought a forest to life, gave trees feelings, and birds a robot friend through animation. Although the computer had made all this very easy, he still wanted his team to draw everything with their own hands. This is so that animators can achieve their flow by drawing with their hands instead of using a computer. Studio Ghibli used traditional techniques in almost all production processes. Miyazaki spent every Sunday enjoying his flow and ikigai. Even after retiring, he did not stop drawing. It is not so easy to give up your passion. We may not understand how ikigai works until we find our own ikigai, but finding our purpose and doing what we love until we die is a very interesting concept. Chapter 5. Masters of Longevity. The longest living people in the world live in Japan. This is called Blue Zone. These people have also told us some valuable things to live a long life and inspire us. The first in this list is Misao Okawa, the daughter of a textile businessman born in 1898. She lived in that era when many important events of history happened. Misao used to say, "Eat and sleep, and you will live a long time." He died at the age of 117. Next on the list is Maria Capovilla of Ecuador, who was born in 1889 and died of pneumonia in 2006. She liked Luis Alarcón and loved dancing to his song, Maria. He had never eaten meat in his entire life. Next is Jean Clément. She was born in France in 1875 and died in 1997 at the age of 122. Jean's name was recorded as the longest-lived person in history. Perhaps his sense of humor could be the secret due to which he lived a long life and felt happiness in every little thing. Walter Bruning was born in 1896 in Minnesota. He used to say, "If you keep your mind and body busy, you will live a very long life." He died at the age of 114. He was not afraid of dying because, according to him, dying is an important part of being a human being, which is bound to come one day. He was the second person to live the longest in American history, and the last name in this list is Alexander Imich. He was a chemist, zoologist, writer, and parapsychologist. He died in 2014. He was the last survivor of the Soviet-Polish War. He had never touched alcohol in his life. Now, the names of the people we are going to talk about are not included in the Guinness Book of World Records, but still, they definitely inspire us to make our lives fulfilling. The first is Katsushika Hokusai, a Japanese artist who lived between the 18th and 19th centuries. He was a painter who was obsessed with Mount Fuji. He believed that every line of a painting should be a symbol of life. He considered his work as his own and put his life into every line of painting. So it is no surprise that his work is known and appreciated around the world. Second in this list is Osamu Tezuka, who is called the father of modern Japanese manga. Manga are comics and graphic novels created in Japan. His last words while dying were, "Please let me work." The hidden message in this is that when you find your Ikigai and flow, then no one can stop you. Even if you are doing something that you are good at, still find a way to improve it further. Keep discovering and developing new things to compensate for your shortcomings. Stay active. Train your mind so that it is filled with positive thoughts so that it can think well. Make your body such that it is healthy and can feel good. Chapter 6. Lessons from Japan's Centenarians. Japan is one of those countries in the world whose tradition and culture is very rich. From their food to their religious beliefs, everyone in Japan follows Shinto religion. This religion believes in many gods and spirits. Shinto does not focus on telling what is right and what is wrong. Instead, he has emphasized that every human being should have spiritual energy through this ritual. He believes that nature also has its own soul. You should respect him and befriend him so that only good things come to you. It teaches us to connect with nature. In Okinawa, girls have a special place for these customs. It is said that girls are spiritually higher. It is believed that girls named Yuta are those who have been specially chosen and who can talk to spirits through these traditional rituals. Most people in Ogimi have their own gardens. Ogimi is famous by the name of Village of Longevity. This is because there is a large population above the age of 80 years. Even at this age, he is very active. They don't watch TV lying on the sofa like we do. One of the beliefs of the Ojimi people was moi, which means brotherhood, standing with each other, supporting each other. These people are fond of celebrating festivals and celebrations with pomp and show. They love dancing and singing and celebrating. They do not get troubled or disappointed because of work. They do not let work dominate them. This is because they enjoy their work and have a lot of enthusiasm and zeal to do it. His work is his passion. He believes in being friendly and building good relations. The members of moi do not worry much, nor are they in a hurry to finish any work. He keeps himself away from stress. Maybe that's why he lives a long and good life. Chapter 7. The Ikigai Diet. The Japanese are also known for their cooking skills. Some of you might be wondering why their bowl is so small, right? How do they get filled with so little food? Leave aside the mind, how does this fill their stomach? This is because their goal is not to overfill their stomach. This is the concept of hara hachi bu, or 80% rule. The people of Okinawa had adopted it, and they did not eat sweets after meals. He used to keep the amount of calories in his body low because he believed that this was a secret to living a long life. Okinawa's farms are rich in natural antioxidants like tofu, miso, tuna, carrots, onions, sweet potatoes, jasmine. Antioxidants help in keeping us young and protecting us from diseases. That's why the people of Okinawa looked younger than their age and remained safe from diseases. Chapter 8. Gentle Movements, Longer Life. We all know that one of the secrets of long life is physical fitness. It relaxes your mind as well as your body. If you can't follow Japan's Hara Hachibu diet, you can burn calories through radiatasio, yoga, tai chi, or qigong. Many studies have proved that sitting for 30 minutes slows down our body's metabolism by 90%. Metabolism is the process in our body that first breaks down food and then converts it into energy, which means that if you have the habit of sitting and watching TV for hours every day, then a lot of cholesterol is getting accumulated in your veins. If you start doing light exercise, even for 5 minutes, your metabolism will return to normal. You can even do this in the office. For example, you can do radio tapes, which only takes 5-10 minutes. The basic idea of radiotasio is to extend your arms above your head. For this, you will not need any exercise equipment. You can easily do this at home or office. In this 5-minute exercise, you have to stand straight and stretch your hands above your head, then bring them down and repeat. You can also fold your hands over your chest as you lower them during the repeat, or bring them into a crossed position before raising them again. Chapter 9. Resilience and Wabi-Sabi. Now we will talk about resilience. What does resilience mean? There is a Japanese saying, fall 7 times, get up 8. So resilience means getting back up. Sometimes we start feeling that everything in life has ended, and now it is difficult to live like this, but think about where all your efforts are going. Instead of getting disappointed, focus on your goal. Whatever you have to do, keep pursuing your passion. Remember, it never ends until life ends. A human being is born with an ego. Sometimes our desires in life are very small, unreasonable, and average. We are capricious and often start desiring something without thinking, despite knowing that it will bring happiness only for a short period of time. We become slaves of this habit. Because of this, we become selfish, and negative feelings start filling inside us. Let us understand this with an example. Suppose you want to buy the bag which your classmate bought last week. For this, you join a job to work part-time, which is not for you. Only that bag is roaming in your mind. You probably don't even realize that the person working with you needed that job more because he needed money for the treatment of his sick sister. Did you understand anything? You became so greedy in your pursuit of the bag that to fulfill your desire, you snatched away something that someone else needed. We achieved our happiness at someone else's cost. We need to be emotionally stronger. We have to get rid of negative emotions. This is what Buddhism and Stoicism teach us. Our goal is to become disciplined. There is nothing wrong in desiring or wanting something, but only if you control it. It is bad when this desire controls you and you become its slave. Another thing Stoicism teaches is to understand what we can control and what we cannot. If you try to control everything, you will be filled with anger and negative feelings. Train your mind to remove emotions like anger, irritation, and resentment. Make yourself polite and humble. Don't let your ego make you hollow. Another good saying is, nothing lasts forever. That is, nothing lasts forever, but we should not be sad after hearing this. We should openly accept that nothing is permanent here. After accepting this fact, even if you lose someone close to you or something you love, you will be able to save yourself from pain and suffering. Many people become so emotionally attached to things that they become afraid of losing them. They start associating such things in their mind, which are bound to be destroyed one day or the other. That's why after losing those things, they also get broken from inside. Wabi-Sabi and Ikigai is a concept that teaches us to appreciate the imperfections of the world around us. It teaches us to see beauty in everything and see it from a positive perspective. For example, if a child in your school is suffering from autism, then treat him exactly like others because he is absolutely normal. There is no defect in him. We do not even try to understand them properly. Hence, we look at them from a negative perspective, and we need to change this thinking. Anti-fragility means which is not weak and cannot break easily. People lose hope due to natural calamities like earthquake, storm, tsunami. But when they survive it, they realize that they have come out of it even stronger. Anti-fragility means continuing to live life no matter how difficult it may seem to start again. For example, everyone is afraid of a boxer who has many injury marks on his body, but those marks are caused by many punches. Before becoming successful, he has struggled a lot, endured countless pain and suffering, but he did not give up. He fell again and again, but got up again. Conclusion. So you understood the meaning of having meaning in life through this book. This book teaches us the art of living life. Whatever way you are living your life, you have chosen it yourself, and it is only your responsibility. Our life is not a problem, which has to be solved. Life is meant to be lived openly. We all are busy searching for the Ikigai of our life. The moment you give up and give up your passion is just like separating a part of your body from yourself. No matter how much time you spend finding your Ikigai, just enjoy the journey. While you are on this path of discovery, it is very important that you eat good food and surround yourself with good people. Only positive people will help you grow and keep you from getting distracted in your flow. Always keep a smile on your face and remain positive. Give yourself breaks every now and then, and remember that your goal is to find your Ikigai. If you fail in the first attempt, it doesn't matter. Don't punish yourself for it. Learn to relax a little. Learn to love yourself more and treat yourself well. Tell yourself, I am not one to believe. We all have different Ikigai, but one thing that is common is that it is hidden deep inside all of us, and we need to find it with patience. Every person has passion and unique talent which gives meaning to his life. Viktor Frankl believes that it is our mission to discover our Ikigai. Learn to be grateful for whatever you got and the people you met in your journey. Keep in mind that all this is nothing less than a blessing. I hope that you will cherish every moment of your Ikigai, your love and passion, as a treasure, and enjoy every moment of it. Whatever happens, don't give up.